So, this just happened.
Breaking news, President Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has been charged with failing to pay federal income tax and for illegally possessing a weapon.
After a 5-year investigation, President Biden's son, Hunter, has cut a deal with the Justice Department.
Has agreed to probation. The deal will allow him to possibly avoid prosecution and jail time on a separate gun charge. Federal prosecutors say that the younger Biden lied about using drugs on a gun permit application, violating federal law. The president and the first lady have responded saying only that they, quote, love their son and they support him.
With the gun charge, he put some false information on his permit application.
So I can't be the only one that finds it ironic that President Joe Biden, the same guy who's been talking about he's never going to relent, he's always going to try to push more gun control, now has a son who's pleading guilty to violating gun control laws. Really? Is that what we're doing, Biden? Like, you can't really make this kind of thing up. Like you know how they say reality is stranger than fiction? That's kind of where we are right now when it comes to this whole gun debate issue. Like, how is it that you can get up there as the president of the United States and try to push gun control on us when you can't even get your own son to follow the very gun control laws that you think criminals are gonna follow? And that's the whole point that us gun control advocates and us gun owners and gun enthusiasts in the world have been saying for the longest. You can pass all the gun control laws that you want. At the end of the day, what's going to end up happening is the only people who are going to actually suffer from this are going to be the people who abide by the law. Hunter Biden was not supposed to be in possession of a firearm. Hunter Biden was not supposed to be able to buy a firearm. Yet Hunter Biden was able to buy a firearm, be in possession of a firearm, and then after being caught, he's probably going to get off on a diversion, which basically means it's probation. Don't mess up for this qualified period of time, and you're free to go. It's not even going to be on his record. It's not even going to be considered a felon. It'll be wiped, act as if it never happened. And guess what Hunter Biden will be able to do after that? Hunter Biden will be able to then go and buy a firearm with no problem. Now, I want you to think, especially for all of the Democrats out there and the people who voted for Biden, I want you to ask yourself this question. If instead of it being Hunter Biden, it was Colion Noir or somebody else who was a prominent figure in the firearms space, and they found out that I had a drug addiction and I went out and I bought a firearm and I possessed it illegally, how would they handle that? Would they try to throw me under the jail? Would they be giving me sweetheart deals like Hunter Biden is probably about to get? No, they wouldn't. They would try to make an example out of me. And that is the type of example that I bring up when I talk about the idea of a firearm confiscation as well. People think that all they have to do is just go door to door, door to door, and they're not gonna be able to do that because they won't be able to go door to door and basically confiscate all the firearms. So this idea of having a fear of your guns being confiscated is irrational. No, it's not irrational. You just have an antiquated way of thinking about how it'd be done. All they would have to do was make an example of a few prominent figures, and everybody else will fall in line because they'll be scared of it happening to them. That's all they would have to do. But yet we have Hunter Biden here who is violating the very laws that his father is trying to pass, the very type of laws that his father is trying to pass. And he's getting a smack on the wrist. That's it. These laws are not designed to keep anybody safe. These laws are designed for control. That's what they are designed for. You cannot control a population of people if they are armed. It's really that simple. So it boggles my mind that people are so willing to give up that right so easily. Yet you have Biden, who is surrounded by guys with guns 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have his son who's able to get a gun when he's technically legally not supposed to be able to get a gun. And then on top of that, you'll have criminals who aren't going to follow these laws. They're still going to go out there and they're still going to go buy these guns, and they're going to be able to get these guns on the black market. It doesn't matter what laws they pass, because at the end of the day, the law is going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt anyone else. A gun control law isn't going to hurt the criminal. A gun control law clearly didn't stop Hunter Biden. The only person that's going to stop is you. And then if it doesn't stop you, guess what? Now you have to resort to becoming a criminal. Stop letting political elites make decisions about how you protect yourself when they're not even playing on an equal and fair playing field. Joe Biden's life is not more important than my life. Joe Biden's life is not more important than your child's life. Joe Biden's life is not more important than your life. So why is it that when it comes to us wanting to be able to protect our lives with firearms and not having the infringements of these gun control laws, it's seen as a bad thing? I'm supposed to give up my right because a couple of bad people do bad things with firearms. Now I'm supposed to give up my ability to protect myself from the same bad people? Joe Biden's son violated gun laws and is likely not going to be punished for it. That is essentially what we're having here. While at the same time, Joe Biden is going to tell you, you need to follow his gun control laws that his son doesn't even follow. Welcome to the new America, where the only people who have a Second Amendment right are the people the Second Amendment was written for us to protect ourselves against. Like, you can't make up this kind of irony. That's exactly why the Second Amendment was written, so that we would be in a position to protect ourselves from the very people telling us we don't need these guns. So there's this thing called the YouTube membership program, and the YouTube membership program consists of two groups. Consists of the Pew Pew Life, consists of the militia, and the ammo-sexuals. Now, what this membership allows you to do is allow you to support what we do here on the channel. Because, as I've said before, the fight against the Second Amendment is a culture war. It's not just a political war, it's a culture war, and they understand that. That's why they do the things that they do with the kids regarding the Second Amendment. That's why they take advantage of utilizing the media to push out their agenda regarding their push for gun control when it comes to the Second Amendment. So we need voices out there like mine and all the other people in the gun space to push out a counter narrative and a counter message to undermine the false information that a lot of these groups put out there. So if you want to support and continue to support what we're doing here on my channel, each group has its own unique perks and benefits that come with it. But unofficially, what I tend to do is I tend to have giveaways for my members. I did a giveaway not too long ago with a few Surefire lights, and I will continue to do that. Now, that's not officially part of the perks and the benefits with respect to the membership, but it's just something that I like to do to say thank you to my members and the people that continue to support me. So, if you want to learn more about the YouTube membership, I'm going to put a link in the description section of this video. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.